And then we're going to come into our cat and cow. So there are lots of different ways to do this. You could do it on your fists, your hands, or you could do it seated. And we're just going to start to move the spine. So I'm just spreading my fingers nice and wide under my shoulders, inhaling into a little back bend, and exhaling to round the spine. Just taking as long as you need in each movement and thinking about sort of following the breath. Feel free to add on circles or side to side motion. And you can also close your eyes, again, keeping in mind this sort of intention or this energy of really allowing yourself to be in what feels pleasurable and nourishing for your body. And really allowing yourself to kind of slow down into that. You're welcome to keep on working just there, or you can widen your knees a little bit, walk the hands just about a handprint forward, and take a water wheel. So I'm rounding my spine to come forward, shoulders over the wrists, and then just melting into a little bit of a back bend, bringing the hips back to the heels, curling the belly in, rounding forward, and opening up into a little bit of a back bend. And again, that should feel comfortable and safe. And feel free to return to cat and cow if it's not working for you for whatever reason. And you might want to be employing your Ujjayi pranayama if you're not already here. So that's, among other things, a nice, smooth, deep breath in and out through the nose. And then settling back to your hands and knees when you're ready, or fists and knees if your wrists are starting to get a little bit tired. Extend the right leg back behind you. Bend the knee, and then draw your knee in towards your chest, open to the right side, and then back up towards the sky. And do that 2 more times. So just a nice big circle for the hip. A little bit of engagement through the core there and through that outer hip. Good. Okay, and then let's extend the leg. Optionally extend the left arm. Bend the knee. You can reach back behind you and hold onto the foot and just add a little bit of a back bend quadricep stretch here, opening the heart forward, pressing the foot into the hand. Inhale, and then we'll gently step that right foot forward. So we're coming into a low lunge. Okay, you're welcome to pad your knee, and if being down on your knee isn't working for you, you could do a high lunge or a warrior one instead. That's fine. Okay, I'm gonna reach the arms up to the sky. Draw the tailbone down, hips coming slightly forward, and then we're just gonna do a little stretch here. So here's what that looks like. Inhaling, stretch the left arm a little higher up, so it's a slight side bend. Exhale through center, and then stretch up through the right hand, right sideways. And exhale to center. Again, this should feel good. Take your time. It could be a bigger or a smaller movement. Think of a cat stretching in the sunlight. One more time each side. And then settle your hands down by your hips. You can interlace the fingers or hook the thumbs or grab your strap. And let's just let the shoulders and the chest gently open. Keep your back leg nice and strong and steady. Okay, inhale, and then when you're ready, release your hands to either side of your front foot, or you could put them on blocks if you have blocks. There is a way to do this with your back knee, not on the ground. I'll show you that in a moment. Okay. So on your inhale, you're just gonna let your hips come all the way forward and the heart lifts. On the exhale, we're gonna straighten that front leg and gently bow. I've got my back toes tucked under right now, and I can tolerate that because I have a block underneath my knee. So it's okay to have the toes untucked if that feels safer or more comfortable for your knee. Just see what works for you. If your knee is not going to want to be down, you can do it here. So you've got the knee lifted, same idea. It just looks a little bit different. So you would essentially, it's the same thing, just with your back knee up. Okay, so if any of you need that, that's there. Again, take your time. You're welcome to close your eyes and really lean into the parts that feel good, that you enjoy. And then I'll also mention it's okay to have your hands both on the inside of the leg and the foot a little bit wider. So if you need a bit more space, including if you're pregnant, you could do it that way. Okay, and then optionally, the next time your front leg is straight, let's stay there and just be in the hamstring stretch for a few breaths. And if you'd like to keep moving, you can do that with a little rise and fall, lifting the heart on the inhale and gently melting on the exhale. Good. Okay, from here, we'll bend into the front leg and step forward to the top of the mat. Take a halfway lift, draw your heart forward, exhale, fold. And then we'll roll up, really taking your time. So bending your knees, leaning back into your heels, let the head and shoulders be really nice and heavy, and slowly curl up. Of course, if this doesn't work for your back, you can walk your hands up your legs or sweep up. When you get to the top, allowing the shoulders to drop down your back, reaching the arms up to the sky. And then we'll do a little reverse ragdoll down. So I'm bringing the hands together over the third eye, the nose, pointing the fingers down, releasing the hands and the head, and I'm going to go back down the way I came up. Lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold, and then step your feet back towards the back of your mat. Okay, you can hang out. Let's actually take downward dog together for a couple of beats. We haven't done it yet today. And if downward dog doesn't work for you, of course, you're welcome to bring down your knees. Okay, if you're okay in downward dog, you can bend 20 at a time. Just moving those hips a little bit. Okay, you're welcome to stay here, or you could return to your water wheels that we were doing before, or maybe you're feeling like you want to take a full vinyasa, coming to plank, lowering down, little push-up or all the way down, and then pull through into your cobra or your upward dog. And then back to downward dog, and then hands and knees. Settle the hands under the shoulders. Remember, you can use your fists. I like thumbs pointing forward if the wrists are getting tired. Left leg extends back. Bend the knee, gentle engagement through the core. Bring the knee in towards the chest. Open to the left, and then back up to the sky. So 3 nice, big, slow, juicy circles. Okay, and then we'll extend the leg back. Optionally, the right arm can come forward, so just that little bit of hugging in from the core here. You can bend the leg, reach back, hold the foot, and come into this little bit of a quad stretch back bend. This pose is sometimes called the tiger pulling its tail, which is a name I really like. And I've always just really liked this pose. I find it feels quite good for me. Okay, let's gently release. We'll bring the leg forward and come into low lunge again. So keep in mind, of course, you can do high lunge or warrior one if that's going to be safer for you, more sustainable. Okay, we'll rise up, squaring the hips pressed down a little bit, and then taking that little cat side stretch. So reaching up along the right side, center, then inhale left side, center. So it's like you're trying to get your side waist to be longer. It should feel good. So really take your time, let yourself enjoy it. You can be taller after class, lengthening the spine. Let's do one more. And then settle the hands around behind you. You can interlace the fingers or hook the thumbs or grab your strap. Let that chest open. I like to kind of dig my right toes into the mat here and push my hips a little bit forward. That helps me to activate my glute and keep my hips nice and steady so I can lift up into the back bend from there. Inhale, and then we'll gently bring the hands down to the blocks or the floor. And we'll work into that little bit of a flow. So we're inhaling to bring the hips and the heart forward. And we're exhaling to gently bend the leg. Remember, your back knee could be off the ground. Okay, it's just going to look a little bit different, but it's the same sort of thing. Your hips come forward on the inhale, and you're straightening the leg on the exhale, and maybe flexing the foot if that works for you. Again, you're welcome to close your eyes, just going at the pace of your own breath. And luxuriating in those moments that feel really good for you. Some of you might remember the kumbakas. So that means the pauses at the top and bottom of the breath. And we can stretch those sometimes. So say you're in the back bend, it's feeling really good, but your inhale has ended. You can just pause, just stay full with that inhale for an extra beat. And then when you're ready, you can go ahead and flow with the exhale. And then next time we're in that straight legged position, let's stay there for a moment. And again, you can keep with the flow if you'd like by inhaling to lift and exhaling to melt. And again, just enjoying that, taking your time. Let's take one more breath here. And then when you're ready, we'll gently step into the front foot, bring the back leg forward. So we're in forward bend, halfway lift, exhale to melt. And then again, take your time to roll up. So as many breaths as you need to slowly rise.